I literally heard Eric Spoelstra say, "Stop them from shooting threes. If you stop them from shooting threes, we can win this game." That's all he said. Literally, he didn't say stop them from going to the paint. He didn't say stop Jason Tatum. He didn't say stop Jaylen Brown. He didn't say nothing. He said stop them from shooting threes, and they literally walked out with the win on Friday, bro.
Yeah, Friday. There's no way that someone actually thought, without trolling, that the Miami Heat would sweep the Celtics, and that's what it's looking like, because right now they're up 30 points and they're looking to go up 3-0.
Absolutely.
You know, man, bruh, Jason Tatum, Eli called it. I mean, he said I'm expecting a stinker. Eli was thinking more like maybe 1 or 2 games. We on the third stinker. I mean, Jason Tatum hasn't scored a basket in the fourth quarter yet through 3 games, bruh. 3 games. Like, and that's the guy we just vouched for, bro. You was just talking all good about this man. He just had one of the best, probably the best Game 7 of all time. And this is what he does. And Eli said, he pointed out to me, he said, he's been saying this for a long time. He sees the differences in between the defense ran by Joe Mazzulla and the defense ran by Udoka. I'm like, what? I seen the difference as well, but not as much as Eli did. And now I'm seeing it. But just to close out on what I'm about to say, Jaylen Brown as well has not been playing up to his measure, and it's not looking like he's gonna get paid the $250+ million max that he was supposed to get from winning All NBA second. I'm not saying he's playing bad, but he also isn't playing like, he's worth $250 million, like the extension bonus. But they still might end up giving it to him because Jaylen Brown on a different team can be problems for every team in the league. Jaylen Brown, even he can go somewhere like the Hawks, and it'll still be a real good problem for anybody in the league.
Look, the Celtics, they're done, man. They're done. Yeah. I had my doubts early on in the season. People looking at me crazy when I said Joe Mazzulla is not that good, bro. He was working with a team that just walked into this season remembering the same qualities that Ime Udoka taught them, and they were able to be a great offensive team. I'm not taking anything away from him that he may have implemented into the offense, but as far as defense,
yeah,
it's not good. Making adjustments, not good. Joe Mazzulla is in a tough situation. He's the youngest head coach in the league. He's not even older than Al Horford, I don't think. Al Horford is out here co-coaching the team. It's him and Joe Mazzulla coaching the team, bro. Why is Al Horford coaching the team? It's not looking good for them. When they fired Ime Udoka, I just thought that was just too premature. Ime Udoka was a really good head coach. Jason Tatum and those guys, they believed in Ime Udoka as much as he believed in them. I don't think there's much belief in Joe Mazzulla. There's not. They don't look up to him in the way that they're supposed to as their head coach. They don't respect him like that. They respect him probably just as much as they respect each other as teammates. They probably look at him as a teammate, even though he's the head coach. It's just not good. It's not good over there. It should be no reason to down 3-0 to this Miami Heat team. I'm gonna get into why the Miami Heat should not be doing this to this team. We all know they shouldn't be doing this to this team, but Joe Mazzulla's coaching is so bad that I'm gonna read these stats off to y'all, bro. Look, and this was the same problem with the Bucks coaching. It was trash, bro. Nobody's making excuses. Giannis, he could have very well won the 2 games that he did participate in. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't help that the coaching was trash, right? Okay. In the first round, Jimmy Butler averaged 37 points on 59% shooting from the field and 44% shooting from 3, bro. In that series, the team as a whole, the Heat, they shot 45% from 3 and 51% from the field against the Bucks. In the next round, against Jimmy Butler's former head coach, guess what he averaged, Eddie? The man went from 37 points, 59% shooting from the field, and 44% shooting from 3 in the first round against the Bucks to 24 points per game on 43% shooting from the field and 11% shooting from 3 against his former head coach, who was the coach of the Knicks. He shut that down like I thought he would. Jimmy Butler did not have a spectacular series in that series. And the team as a whole in that series, they shot 30% from 3 and 42% shooting from the field. So they had a terrible series and still were able to beat the Knicks. You know what I'm saying?
That means that, not to trigger any Miami Heat fans or anything, but that just means that you guys won because Jalen Brunson had a lack of help. To be honest, that's really what it made it seem. But we're not gonna. I'm not making that about that. The thing that is about is simply our top tier teams have bad coaching.
I did say Jimmy Butler would not perform to the level he did against the Bucks, and he most certainly didn't. And he definitely wasn't better than Jalen Brunson in that series. You know what I'm saying? So look, we can say whatever we want. That was a part of good coaching as to why, and good adjustments why Jimmy Butler was not able to do what he did against the Bucks in the first round, and what he's doing now against the Celtics, which he upped right back to where he was in the first round, and he is now averaging 31 points against the Celtics on 48% shooting from the field and 40% shooting from three. So he's right back to where he was. And in this series right now, the team as a whole is shooting 49% from the field and 43% shooting from three. So they're right back to where they were in the first round. This is a product of terrible coaching. They're not defending Jimmy Butler the way they should. They got Derek White on this man, and he's getting torched. If Drew Holiday cannot guard Jimmy Butler, how do you think Derek White is going to guard Jimmy Butler? How do you think that? In what world? Joe Mazzulla is not ready for this opportunity. I'm glad he got the opportunity to, as another black head coach in the league, but he's just not ready for the opportunity, bro. Look, he still got them to the ECF. Got to give him that credit, but I don't even want to say he did. I think the talent of them got them to the ECF, bro. Their talent. I'm not saying he did that. I can't, bro. I can't give that to him, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is a team that had probably the best opposition to get to the finals, and they just didn't do it.
Bruh, being that you said all that and you read off all that, I think a lot of people can agree with the fact that, you were simply just right, bro. The Celtics are not the same under Joe Mazzulla. They're not the same team. They're not the same beast. Jason Tatum not even is the same player. Neither is Jaylen Brown. These guys are just not the same under Joe Mazzulla, and it is because they don't respect him as much. We can tell. Whether they say they respect him or not, whether they sit up here and lie through their teeth and say, we respect Joe Mazzulla as a coach, we know they don't. Because if they did, it would be a lot of different things. We would see Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown guarding Jimmy Butler instead of Derek White. Yeah, Derek White is a good defender, but he isn't. He can possibly be argued as a better defender than Jaylen Brown, but is he a better defender than Jason Tatum? No. He is about the same size as Jimmy Butler, if not bigger. Why is he not guarding him? Why are you not making that switch, Mazzulla? And this is the kind of somewhat of the problem I had with Bulldozer and Bulldozer, whatever his name is, from the Bucks. Why are you not making switches for Giannis to guard Jimmy Butler? What is wrong with these good teams and these teams that fans pay so much money to come to those games that they make a lot of money because they're a good team right now, that you guys can't pay for a good coach to make smart adjustments? You got the Celtics, you guys had one. And what did you do? You fire him for a situation that doesn't concern basketball. Instead of being smart, you guys could have been well on your way to a championship right now. Could have got done with the Hawks faster than you guys was already did. Plus, the second round got done with it faster. When you went to 7 in the second round with a team who simply just can't with you. I didn't count the 76ers out. Don't get me wrong. I told Eli, I said this is going to be a good series. But they should have beat them. They should have beat them in 6. I'm saying, I'm going to go out there and say 5 they should have beat Philly in. I don't think anyone in the East should have gave this team trouble with what they have on offense and defense, but teams did. And the biggest team that's giving them trouble is the Heat, who went to 7 with them last year, and yes, they lost, but they still went 7. Then this year, they're on their way to sweeping them, bro. How does that make sense?
It's just us ignoring the red flags, bro.
I know I definitely did
the red flags, bro.
I know I did for sure.
I picked talent over reality.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? The reality that this team has a lot of flaws, and it doesn't take a genius to figure out what those flaws are and exploit it and use it against them. And that's what's happening with the Heat. A really great coach, as we've seen, Eric Spoelstra, is able to expose the weaknesses that a team like the 76ers can't do because their coaching is okay. You know what I'm saying? And their players don't show up in the right moments. A team like the Hawks, who just got a new coach, Their team is all over the place. Their number one player really doesn't want to be there. Teams like that are not going to be able to expose. A team like the Heat with Eric Spoelstra and that toughness and that grit and grind, yeah, they can expose with the Celtics the weaknesses that the Celtics got, which are not weaknesses that are hard to exploit. There are not weaknesses hard to exploit. If you stop the Celtics from shooting threes, they jack up a bunch of threes, bro. That's their momentum right there, jacking up threes, getting on the run in their transition. If you stop that, they're a really regular team, bro. They're not all of this shaped out to be. You know, I literally heard Eric Spoelstra say, "Stop them from shooting threes. If you stop them from shooting threes, we can win this game." That's all he said. Literally, he didn't say stop them from going to the paint. He didn't say stop. He didn't say stop Jason Tatum. He didn't say stop Jaylen Brown. He didn't say nothing. He said stop them from shooting threes, and they literally walked out with the win in the TD Garden. What was it on? What's today? Today is Sunday. On Friday, bro.
Yeah, Friday. I mean, yeah, bro. And let me not take away from Eric Spoelstra, but I feel like I would have made that call myself. Like, if I'm thinking about it, if Jason Tatum don't got it going on in his hero ball situation, all you got to do is stop the rest of the team from shooting threes, to be honest, and that's it. You know, not taking nothing from Eric Spoelstra. He's a great coach, like you said, bro. I'm just saying it doesn't take a genius to figure out what Joe Mazzulla got these guys doing. Basically, is what I'm saying. You know, you can clearly see how to stop it. Yeah.
This team, bro, like. And they walked into the season with a lot of the same issues that they had last year that they didn't fix. Jason Tatum's inconsistency, the predictableness. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of the same they walk, but it's not as bad as it is now. It's being magnified, and we're seeing it at a worse scale than last year, bro. Playing down to the level of their competition really badly, bro. It's not good, bro. And this may we talking about the process being ended and that era of Joel Embiid and the process being done. Maybe it's looking that way for the Celtics. Who knows, bro? You know, all these opportunities, going to multiple Eastern Conference Finals, making it to the finals last year, having Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum together, and for so many years, contemplating on if you wanted to break them up, and then it finally came to a head where I made it to the finals with Ime Udoka. I fired him. Now I got this new coach, up what y'all got going on, the culture that y'all had going on. And now it's looking like you're about to lose to an AC in 4 or 5 games.